Alright guys, we have our workout for Tuesday the 23rd. It's going to be 3 rounds, 4 time of a 400-meter run, followed by 18 ground over the shoulder with a 100-pound sandbag for the men and 70 pounds for the ladies, and finishing out with 12 pull-ups, okay? Now I'm going to go through in our warm-up a generic routine that'll be good for anyone in this, looking to do this workout to get warm and prepared for the workout, whether they're doing it at home with minimal equipment or in the gym with the prescribed equipment. Then during the warm-up afterwards, we're talking about the movements individually. We'll talk about scaling options for 1 in general, but also 2 if you're working with different equipment. So if you don't have a sandbag, if you don't have a pull-up bar, that sort of thing, okay? Then after that, we'll hit 4x8 toe to bar for quality. Kind of sticking with the trend we've been doing starting last week, working back into these more advanced movements, conditioning our bodies to handle a little bit more volume. When you do this, I'm looking for multiple sets of toe to bar strung together. So not 4 sets of 8 singles, but 4 sets of 8 reps connected, unbroken, maybe 4 and 4. Our goal is to condition our shoulders to swing for a long period of time on the pull-up bar, not to simply just accomplish the toe to bar. All right, let's go ahead, get ready for our warm-up. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We're going to begin by focusing on the cardio portion of this, okay? So we've got a 400-meter run prescribed. If you're at home, you know what a 400 is, by all means use it. If you don't, I want you to take this time and warm up. You want to figure out where you're going to run. And it might not be exactly 400, but that's okay. We're just looking for some intensity here in the workout. So if you're opting for running, what I want you to do right now is go ahead and go out on a 1-minute jog out at a moderately easy pace, and then a 1-minute jog back. So your total distance of running time is 2 minutes. All right, that should put you somewhere around 400 meters, maybe 90 seconds if you're going, which would be 90 seconds of a workout if you're going a little bit faster. Okay, so again, 1-minute easy jog out, 1-minute jog back, about that. Go ahead and take this time to pause the video and hit that right now. We'll check back when we get back. If you are not doing that, our substitute in the workout is 3 rounds of 30 high knees and 30 butt kickers. Again, it's 3 rounds, but we're going to go ahead and hit 1 round of that to get warmed up. So, hands out in front, knees come up, alternate. Every time a knee hits a hand, that's 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 30 high knees. 1, 2. Then hands behind the hips. You're going to curl up the foot until the heel hits the hand. For 30 reps, same thing. It's a 1 count. Every time it touches, it counts. Cool. Okay? Now that, again, in the workout, you are going to do 3 rounds of that 30 and 30. Right now, we just did that one. So it'll give you an idea what it'll feel like. Then, if you're working with a dumbbell or barbell, it doesn't matter. I'm going to demo this with a dumbbell. You're going to take weight, something, it could be your sandbag. You're going to hold it out in front, legs almost straight, keep the chest up, send the hips back, and stretch the hamstrings. 10 RDLs. Okay? Then, same thing if you're using a bar or the sandbag or dumbbell. Then I'm going to perform 10 rows, hinge over that same bottom of the RDL position. Keep the chest up as I pull towards the elbow. Okay? I'm going to run through that sequence one more time, starting again with the RDLs. This time I'm going to show it with the barbell. I'm not actually going to use the bar, but we'll use the PVC. Chest is up, bar shaves the legs, down, and stand for 10 reps. Okay? After those 10 RDLs, bring it back down for 10 warm rows. Okay, and relax. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the ground over the shoulder. Before we get into it, I'm going to talk about your scaling options. If you don't have a sandbag, but you do have a dumbbell or a barbell, we could just do the power clean. With a dumbbell, you can double the reps if you only have one. Just move through it really quick, so it's doing 18 per side. Or, if you got a heavier dumbbell, you can just split up the reps evenly per arm. 19 on one side, 9 on one side, 9 on the other, and then call it a day. Okay? Now, if you don't have a sandbag, let's say maybe another option is you have a heavy rock out back. You could do something like that, a large piece of wood, anything that's bulky that you can just pick up and throw over. If it's a bag of cement, and you wouldn't want it to break and spill everywhere. But something that's kind of like bulky and awkward to pick up, you can do that and still throw it over your shoulder. Just be safe, make sure you're doing it in a place where you're not going to damage your surrounding, and make sure when you do it, you're smart about it, you're not going to hurt yourself as well. Okay? Otherwise, it'll be the same technique I'm about to show you. So for our ground over the shoulder, straddle the weight. You're going to scoop the weight onto one hand and then scoop it underneath to get the fingers and palms underneath the load as best we can. From there, I'm going to deadlift up by pushing with the legs, put it right under my thighs, and then kind of re-grip, which will give me a leverage to roll it up and over the shoulder. Reach down, scoop to one side, scoop to the other, get the hands underneath. Chest is up and push. Knees come in awkwardly. Wrap, and I'm going to thrust the hips forward as I look up to the ceiling, throwing the weight over the shoulder. Okay? The more oomph you put into it, the faster you look up and lift up, the easier it's going to be. The slower you go, the harder it will be. Right now, if the weight's light, you don't have to stop at the knees. You can just pick it up and throw it over in one fell swoop. Sweet, simple. There's our sandbag. You might notice that the back rounds out a little bit. It's not as straight as it is in normal clean or deadlift, and that's okay as long as we're not doing this weird, grotesque thing where it starts in like an okay position and gets drastically worse. As long as it starts okay and stays okay, we're good to go. Okay, there's our sandbag clean. All right, and next, guys, is our pull-up. Okay, if we're going on a pull-up bar, you have the ability to knock out a couple of rows. I recommend doing about 10. Otherwise, you're gonna hop up on the pull-up bar. I want you to knock out 10 Kip Swings. Shoulders go forward and back as the feet get pulled down to the ground. Okay. After you've done the Kip Swings, go and knock out 2, 3 strict pull-ups. When you do this, squeeze the belly tight, keep the toes slightly out in front, and think about pulling the elbows straight down with the eyes straight ahead. Okay? And then lastly, our kipping pullups. You're going to jump up, swing with the shoulders, pull, chin clears the bar, push away to initiate the next swing and keep the rhythm going. Go and knock out 3 to 5 kipping pullups. Okay, there's your pull-up. Now, if you're not going to pull up, you could do the same amount of reps with a row like we did in the warm-up, either with a barbell or with the dumbbell. Should be a load that you can do either unbroken or in 2 quick sets. Okay? Alright guys, there are all of our movements for the workout. Okay? Kind of pick and piece what you have available to you, warm up those little bits, and when you get ready, go ahead and hit it hard and have fun. Alright, the workout is over. We have our toe bar. Again, 4 sets of 8, and we're looking for that controlled swing. Our toe bar is going to look like this. Okay, so I push and pull with the shoulder, same swing that you saw that we did in the pull-up bar. Now we're just lifting the legs up to the bar instead of punching over the bar. If you can't quite do that, you can break it up into maybe 2 sets of 4. Otherwise, practice maintaining that swing with just straight legs going as high as you can, like so. Might not be getting the legs all the way up, but you're practicing the rhythm and building stamina in the shoulder to hang on the bar, which is really what we're looking for. But if you don't have a pull-up bar, or if you're not ready to hang the swing yet, find a post, a rig, could be a street sign outside, like a stop sign, wooden post to a deck, whatever. You lay down, hands go on the post, legs are going to be straight, you're going to lift them up, ridge up, and then lower slowly, legs never touch the ground, always stay in control, legs as straight as possible. Okay? That's going to work with the toe to bar movement in a similar way without having to hang. Take your time with that, no rush, chit chat if you want with your friends in between. Just have fun and practice moving very well.